I'm back, but I'm still eating breakfast. Feeling so tired today. Not sure if I'll stay long. I was considering actually going to back to sleep. Feeling very tired. We'll see. But sometimes when I start working, the brain just switches on. So we'll see. Depending how I feel, I might just go in a bit. I'm waiting for the coffee to brew. Coffee's brewing. If after coffee I don't function properly, then I'm gone. I didn't sleep enough last night. Slept maybe 4.5 hours or so. So no wonder. Yeah. Need to put my watch to charge. Ba-ba-bum. Was it a nightmare or a good dream? I haven't done any code for the last 2 days or so. And now the cat is back. What do you want, Pudding? He's been sleeping here on the floor and then just woke up. What's up? What's up? What's up, Pudding? Meow, meow, meow. Meow, meow, meow. Busy day at the office, is it? Sleepy face. Hello, George. Thanks for the follow. Meow, meow. Then I'll probably need to go give him some food, otherwise he doesn't let me work. Now look what he's doing. He wants attention. Starts putting his paw on my face. Yes, I know you there. Let's see. Doesn't let me use the mouse. Starts pushing my hand, and then we'll probably put his paw on my face. Looking at me. What? Who's there? Someone outside. What do you want? Meow meow. Compiler bug. It happens. Happens quite rare nowadays, but it happens. Remember what we were talking yesterday? Um, meow meow meow. Right. What? Do you need food then? So you let me work. Alright, okie dokie. I'll go give you some food. So let me work. Right, I'll be right back. I need to go and give him some food. I think the music finished. Let me see. Oh, it's still here, so okie dokie. I'll be right back. Yum, yum, yum. Steam VR. I don't have any experience with that. I'm just gonna browse this a bit while I eat my food. By the time I finish my food, the coffee will probably be done. Right, let's see if I can get started. Pum, 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 pum. Hopefully I'll get back to coding today, but I'm feeling so tired. Okay, let's see, what was I doing yesterday? Yesterday was just messing around with this. That's all I did. It hasn't been. The last 2 weeks have been it's been rubbish. Rubbish. Come on. Yeah, that was it. Yes. Yesterday was class diagrams, politics, and religion. Yes, indeed. So I am. I was thinking about a bit about this yesterday. I might get away without needing this. Let's see if I have anything to save, and then I'll just start hacking away a bit. See how that goes. Yeah, nothing to save. Yes, okay. This. Game. Whoosh, big sneeze. Mhm. Just thinking if I can simplify things, I could probably extract. This is currently a structure inside the library. Might be a better option to have this as its own thing, like let's call it a singleton. I know singletons are bad, but let's call it the manager instead. Doesn't change anything. But yeah. Records. Excuse me. Might leave that for the end. See how it goes. So, what should be the first thing then? This goes. What is that? Library item v2. Yeah. God damn it. I wanted to get rid of this duplicated data for the IDs, but I think I need at least to duplicate it in one place. Let me think. Yeah, let's make some modifications here. So this disappears from here, goes here. The cat is waiting for me to open the window for him. Come on, Pudding. Excuse me. And then what? Oh, I already had this. I already had one of them. Yeah. Excuse me. What's up, Pudding? The window is open. You can come in. All right, so we can do this. And oops. Let's delete this then. It is, yes. 10:55. Nice French crepes. You're living the life. Fancy. You get breakfast delivered. You know what I had for breakfast? Toast and leftover dinner from yesterday. It's just it's not as if I'm on a tight budget. It's just I don't tend to eat breakfast. At least I didn't have pizza for breakfast. Right. DJ should. Then. Ringao. So I implemented this and I don't think I'm using it anywhere. Good stuff. Okay, so change of plans. This goes out from here and back to here. Because what is it? Da, 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 da. Okay, so the hash can stay. Hmm. Excuse me. I need to go at the door. Delivery. I'm back. Thank you. The guy, the delivery guy was asking some questions about our family car, if it was a full electric, because he's looking to buy something like that. So here we're gonna have actually let me think. That's fine. So this stays. Beep, 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 beep. Is this used? I don't think this is used. All right. It is used here. Okay. All right, I don't think this is used. Yeah, I tend to do that too. So that's why I'm kind of removing it already. So I got this working, but with a bunch of stuff that was not needed. It's I'm finding it very messy. And I'm finding that the last few weeks it's been very slow for me, but it's not a bad thing. So for months on end, I was just cranking out code without basically I wasn't using agents to do the work for me, right? But I was using, ChatGPT a lot just to speed up things, not for generating the code, but just give me suggestions and then I would refactor. But I was using Copilot and ChatGPT to speed up areas that I'm not comfortable with, like shaders, and so I was using AI as a tool, like to speed up some of the things. And I was obviously I made progress, right? I was spitting out more code, but I wasn't like I said, I wasn't just accepting like AI generated code. I was still refactoring and whatever. But I think that I got to the point that my brain just couldn't keep up with everything, if that makes sense. It's like just too much, if that makes sense. I start to explain. Yeah. So the architecture and and then it works, but then I just just you start getting I started getting the feeling that this seems overcomplicated and something is fishy here. But I was still the one making the making the decisions, right? But I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. I find that hard to explain. Just overwhelming. It's like I had to slow down. I had to slow down for things to make sense. But I wasn't using agents. Like I wasn't doing like, oh, I need this feature. Do it for me. I was literally the only thing I would do was like, okay, I'm coding a specific function, and then it's like, okay, Copilot, given this and this that I have, give me like a possible implementation for this function, and then I would just improve it if I need it. But it still felt that I was basically outputting more code than I could keep up with. It's like for me, I was always a slow programmer, right? But I very rarely have to go back and fix stuff, because when I take my time, and then when it's done, it's clean, it's mostly bug free, right? Things make sense. There are no edge cases, so I tend to spend a lot of time. Like if I'm coding something, I think I mentioned that yesterday. I'm coding something, right? And then if I find that I'm finding like lots of edge cases, like, oh, and then most of the time, most people will be like, yeah, let's just fix that edge case, put like some condition here to deal with this. But if that happens too often, it means that something is wrong in the design, right? The edge cases shouldn't be there. Like something is off. So and for me, I tend to work like that. I spend time coming up with a solution that there is no edge cases to deal with, right? It's clean. And things kind of kept creeping up, like getting out of hand, like more code than I could keep up with, basically. So the last 2-3 weeks, I haven't used AI at all, other than occasionally asking ChatGPT for something. I wasn't even asking for code. It was just literally just this kind of stuff here. And this was my last conversation with yesterday with ChatGPT, just asking something about the mermaid. So I haven't touched AI for like 2-3 weeks. Yeah. It was useful for me for some parts in the engine, especially ChatGPT. I find it useful to research things that I don't have experience with, like graphics programming. I don't trust it blindly, but it gives me lots of hints, like what can I do for this. It's like a replacement for Google. For me, it's mostly that. It's just faster to research possible things that I can do. But the code quality, obviously, the code tends to be more verbose, duplicated stuff. But I still use some of that. I found it, like I said, I found it useful for areas that I'm not comfortable with, like graphics. And I was getting stuff done, obviously, but at least for me, maybe I know that it's also. God damn it, I'm finding out to explain this. Some developers, they are fine with doing something, right? They don't fully understand it, and then they just move on. And personally, I find that hard to deal with. It's like anything I do, I like it to understand really what's going on. And obviously, because I'm doing a bunch of stuff I never did before with graphics, there are stuff in the engine that I don't fully understand. I got some reference implementation, right, and adapted it, whatever. But I was doing lots of stuff that I never did before, and I was making progress. But at some point, I was feeling very tired, and couldn't basically keep up with things, even though it's just me. But I'm trying to avoid agents. I never use like spinning up agents in like a big task. I never did that. I might try someday, but I don't think it's good. Mentally, I don't think it's a good idea. And one of the things I noticed was for those few months that I was using Copilot and ChatGPT more often, I kind of started forgetting details in the language. Like, so I've been using C++ for it's been almost 30 years now. Yeah, about 30 years actually. And so things that were second nature to me, I just started forgetting, like stupid stuff, like you're just coding some class and then you forget, oh, what can I do with this constructor? Little details, like what was this again? Like the language details. I started forgetting that stuff. Yes, it's so stupid, and it's things that man, I've been doing this for 30 years. But again, it might be just me, right? And my brain is just fucked up, right? Because tired, whatever. Or it's probably just the way I tend to work. If I'm not the one doing it, I just forget it. It's probably that, because I was always that kind. Even like when I was studying, it's like if I'm deep into something, I understand it well. Even like when I was studying, like I always had bad habits when I was a student. Like for example, I was a good student. I had good grades, but I had terrible habits. I would literally not do anything in the entire year, and then I would spend when it was the exams. I would basically lock myself in, like for a week or two, and learn the entire thing in a few weeks, and I would get good grades. But that's a bad habit, because what happened was I would get good grades, and for a few days after the exam, I would still remember everything, and then I just forget everything again. So I think that's also bad habits that I have, and maybe that's why I have this problem that if I'm not actually using my brain for something, I just forget that subject. And I did notice that using AI, for me, it's not good because I just forget this stuff. And so the language details, and not just the language details, just thinking about the architecture. So, for example, this thing that I'm doing here, right? Most of the time, I don't even need to do this. I'm talking about before AI. I would sit down, either start coding straight away, but slowly, like until things make sense, right? And I wouldn't get to a point that it's a mess and I'm like, oh shit, I need to refactor this. I would never get to that point because things would grow slowly, and it made sense. And for the last few weeks, I've noticed that I just, for example, when I did the first pass on this and I got it working. No, I got it working kind of fast, but with a bunch of design problems like data duplication. Man, it's just hard to explain things that I would not do, things that I wouldn't do like years ago, right? I would just take my time to do it properly, and now I'm finding it hard to just slow down and go. No, let's take today. It's gonna be an easy day, and let's just fix the design problem here, fix architecture. And I'm finding it hard to do that. I'm finding it hard to just slow down and just fix the architecture. Maybe it's because I'm also working on my own and I have the pressure of time is limited, right? I have limited funds. I want to get stuff done before the funds run out. I mean, it's probably a combination of things. Yeah, yeah. Man, yeah, it's probably a combination of things because obviously I took this year off. I took a career break to work on this, and I still have money. So even if I don't have anything by the end of the year, the plan was to have a. The plan was to experiment with gameplay ideas by the end of the year. Have a prototype and see what's fun, what's not. Right. So I'm always kind of thinking about like shit. I'm gonna get to the end of the year. I'm still working the engine on the engine. Obviously, if that happens, I still have savings, right? I still have when I sold my car, uh, I still have I put some money on stock Intel. Intel. That's what we were talking yesterday. That I have some Intel stock. That was when I sold my car. I put some money there. Anyway, I could still probably go on for another year or so. But obviously, it's just my wife now. She's the main breadwinner. I take a very small salary from the funds I still have from my company. But yeah, I think about that a lot. That I'm not making progress fast enough. So it's probably a combination of things. Like I worry that I'm not making progress fast enough. Look, I need to bend this hoodie. Old age, messed up. Um, um, so yeah, I worry about the not making progress fast enough, and then probably that causes me not to slow down and do things properly. So a bunch of things I have in the engine, like the asset pipeline. That I think that it was a result of that. Like, right, let's get this working instead of taking my time to do it properly. False economy. Sheesh, you 30. I mean, 300, 300,000. Damn. Um, yeah, but this hoodie is actually very, very old. I have some clothes, obviously, because I work from home. This one is very, very old. This must be, man, this must be like 10 years old. It's like one of those things that I don't go out with it, right? But it's just comfortable. Yeah, I know that the US is really bad for that. Yeah. Uh, anyway, yeah. So mentally, I think I'm in a kind of a hard place at the moment. Um, that's one of the reasons I'm trying not to use AI tools too much because it's definitely not good for me. I guess some people deal okay with it. For me, it definitely fucks me up. You're moving to Germany, or you just holidays? Let's put some more music on. I see. Oh, so that's where you work. I think you mentioned. I mean, I don't think you mentioned that you work there, but I've seen you mentioning that name before. Accelerate VR. Treadmill. Oh, really? These guys? I think I've seen this years ago. Or is it another one? I know there was a VR like running thing, like maybe 10 years ago or something. Is it still the same? Or is it a different one? Looks like a different one. So I see. No electronics in the treadmill, so how does it detect how fast you're going? Is just by body movement? Fast you're going, directions, all that stuff? I mean, directions, obviously, VR, it's easy, that direction. But I guess movement, speed and stuff, it's probably hard. Ah, I see. I guess one of the main problems of that treadmill years ago was the ODT1, was it? I don't remember the name. Oh, but it's the same company, right? Right, I'm lost. So which one are you working on? Accelerate. You're working in this ODT1, is it? So that one, like years ago, like I said, there was a company doing a treadmill, VR treadmill, like ages ago. That must have been like 7-8 years ago. I'm not sure if it was the same company. I don't know. Man, anyway, nice. Seems like an interesting project. I'm looking at the browser actually. Launching soon. Hopefully the Kickstarter will go well. Nice. I have a Quest 2, and I actually don't tend to use it very often now, but for a while I was using it a lot for exercise, the boxing. It's actually a good workout. Just boxing actually. Put out the sweat. Military training. Actually, that's a good point, yeah, because you still need to move. Coordination. Teamwork. Good. So you're moving in January. That's nice. If I need a job, I'll let you know. Speaking of jobs, so by the end of the year, depending how this project is going, and I still have, like I said, I still have funds available. I have my own company, right? And I saved money when I was working, and now I'm just drawing a small salary from my company. But so that should last me until January, February, and then I still have the stock from Intel that I can sell. But depending how things go, like March, middle of next year, I might have to get something like some contract work to top up. So we'll see. I would prefer not to, because if I'm working on this, I want to be working on this full time. Otherwise, what's the point? But you know, if I need to, I need to. Depends also on my wife. Yeah, seems interesting. All right, so let's go back to this. And we have
Honey,
yes,
when you finish streaming this session, can you please have you streamed?
I am streaming. Well, what?
Yeah. Just Clara wants to ask you a question.
I can stop and
No, but when you finish.
I can just pause the microphone. What is it? I'll be right back. My wife needs something. Be back in a few minutes. I'm back, baby. Thank you, thank you. All right, let's see what can I put here. Hash. I wonder. God damn it. Now the cat is here. What do you want? I gave you food, but no. Yeah, I forgot. Again. I'm not working anyway, right? Now the cat is here. And I can't use the mouse because it starts pushing my hand. I'll show you. You looking at me? So it starts pushing my hand and I can't use the mouse. Man, some days I just feel like moving to the woods. Away from everyone and everything. Let me work! And I don't get anything out of this relationship. This is a weird cat. It's like, no, I got a cat because I always had cats when I was a kid. And it's nice when they come to your lap and they purr. And this guy doesn't do any of that. He just me. Gimme. And he doesn't even sit on my lap. He just comes over, wants me to caress him. But if I try to pick him up, he just like, no, don't pick me up. I want caressing on my own terms. So I can't get anything out of this relationship. It's a one-way relationship, one-sided. And that's how I get rid of him. Like I try to pick him up, and then he goes away. That's how I get rid of him. Let's see. Yeah, I like both dogs and cats. All right, go away. Come on. I'm gonna pick him up, and he's gonna be like, "No, let me go." And off he, yep, see, off he goes. I mean, off he goes to the floor. And now he's looking at me, judging me. Yeah? What's up? What's up, pudding? And now he's gonna start nagging me. See, with his little paw on my leg. Like, look at me, look at me. If I pretend that I'm working, it's gonna be nagging me. Look at me. Ah, you're scratching me. It's asking for attention, right? Starts putting his paw on my leg. Ah, bloody cat. All right. Okay, now I need to comb him. Need some TLC. Yeah, I know, I'm here, yes. Meow, meow. All right, you done? You done? I want more. I'm trying to basically, what do you call them? Well, with a comb, like to get the fur out. Forgot what's the name. But even like where I do it needs to be on his terms. If I'm doing like on his head and back, it's fine. But if I go to the side, he starts biting because he doesn't want it. Yeah? Yeah? You're attacking me because I'm not doing it properly, is it? Not doing it properly. Not doing a proper job. Hey! Aye. Stupid cat. Go away. Done. Yeah, it's fine. He's served. He's gone. Yeah, cat. But the thing is, every cat I had, they come to me, or like, for example, if I'm on the sofa, I would like him to do that because it's nice. Like, I would like to be like, okay, end of the day, I'm sitting to watch a movie, and then he comes over and stays on my lap. He's over 3 years old, never did that. But he does plenty of coming to my desk and doesn't let me work. That he does plenty. Yeah, I know. He's training me. It's the other way around. That's how it feels. That's why I'm saying that I don't get anything out of this relationship. It's an abusive relationship. And another thing he does is, so he has a cat flap. He uses the cat flap, but sometimes I close the office door and he just sits outside, meow, meow, meow. I need to open the office door for him to come in. And the only thing he does is comes in, passes through the office, goes to the window, so I can open the window for him to go out. It's like, you're crossing through the office just to go out again. Like, why don't you just use the cat flap? It just looks like he did it on purpose just to not let me work. He does feel like that. But he's out now. He went out through the window. But it's a bit of a strange cat. Never had a cat like this. But at the same time, it's not aggressive. It's really good with the kids. It's like every time we go up in the evening to put the kids to bed, it's funny how we get the routines. He goes up too, stays in bed while we're getting the kids ready for bed. But it's a bit weirdo. I would say it's on the spectrum. It's a bit of a weird cat. Yeah, but it's a spectrum. Like that's the definition of the word. It's yeah. But by being on the spectrum, I mean autistic. But it's funny that he's not aggressive at all. It's like even when, for example, like I was saying, I was using the. I'll show you. I was just basically using this, right, to kind of caressing him, and if I do it like here, he's fine. On the back, is fine. But then if I go to on the side on his hip, right, the hind legs, he just goes like starts nibbling my hand because he doesn't want it there. But he doesn't bite like to hurt. He's just like just telling me, nope, don't do that. Coons. Yeah, never had one. I can't seem to get anything done. Jesus, I might go to sleep. Yeah. No, this one is not aggressive at all. It's quite chilled. All right. Oh. He was baiting you. It's like, come over here, give me your hand. Meow, meow, give me your hand. That was bait. Yeah. Strange. I had a cat when I was in my teenage years. But probably the most kind of not funny, but like interesting cat for me was it was a male, and he had this little bell, right, that I could hear him coming, ding 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 ding, and every morning he liked to sleep with me, right, but I mean under the blanket. That was funny. Every morning I would hear him like ding 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 ding, and I was still half asleep, right? And then what I would do is like, okay, I'm still half asleep. I raise the blanket, and he comes in, and then he sleeps there. And he was training me because after a while, I didn't even remember. I would just wake up with the cat sleeping with me. So he was training me. But it was funny, like how he liked to just sleep under the blanket. But I wouldn't even remember by the end. I wouldn't even remember doing it. Yes. Yes. Ah. Sorry, I was talking to my wife. So yeah, he was training me, but that cat was funny. We took him to the beach and everything. He would just go with us to the beach. When I think back, he liked sleeping in the car. So not my wife, my mom would go shopping, right? And basically, she would just open the door and they go whoop into the car. She takes him shopping. Obviously, stays in the car sleeping. And people just found it funny, like seeing the cat just sleeping inside the car. That was funny one. It was Tico. His name was Tico. No, not Tickle. It's just I think Tico was. I think my younger brother, the one that died, he named him. He named the cat Tico. There was some cartoons we had in Portugal. I think those cartoons are actually in English too, but some cartoons we had in Portugal, and one of the characters was called Tico. In Portugal, it was like this. In Portugal, I don't remember. Let's see if I can find it. Might have been. Let me see. I don't remember actually, or maybe this. Maybe this. But it was some cartoons. What is that? What the hell is that? Teco. Yeah. Chip and Dale. So yeah, it was probably that. Are you having breakfast, by the way? You're just lazy. Even breakfast needs to be delivery. That's laziness. You know what I say when my wife calls me lazy? When she goes like, "You lazy," I just tell her, "No, I'm energy efficient." Dum 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 dum. I am tired, mentally, and I'm finding it hard to get anything done. I have days like this. It's like I have like cycles that I go like a few weeks that I'm really very productive, and then other weeks is like, man, I can't do anything. It sucks. Yeah, you know what? It's midday. God damn it! I should have had a nap when took the kids to school, and then I was pondering: should I go for a bath, freshen up, and work, or should I just have a nap? And I opted to go for a bath, shower, go for a shower. That was a bad idea. Should have just slept. Really, crypto. You're a crypto bro. And then AI, right? From crypto, you turn to AI. I know, never had any crypto. Jeez Louise. Oh. When your breakfast arrives, I'm gonna leave. Oh, so I'll keep you company until then, and then I'll go. God damn it! I didn't even start my. I normally track my hours. I have over 1,000 hours on this project, like full time. I haven't even started the timer today. I haven't done anything yet. Yay, you got the driver. You're getting French. You're getting French crepes. The crepe. Yesterday, I was planning on going for a run. After work, I didn't have the chance. I had to put the kids to bed. Normally, it's my wife. What? $15 just for the delivery? How much is it? Is it worth it? Like here in the UK, you would probably pay that for the four crepes. I mean, I never got any delivered, so not sure about that part. Oh no, you said including delivery. Yeah, I see. Mm. For a moment, it looked like you're saying just delivery. So we have Ash. Yes. Blah, 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 blah. Blah. Yeah. I guess it's not so bad actually. Here, we would probably pay more in the UK. That reminds me when we had COVID, uh, my kids were still small, so the little one was 2, 1.5, 2 years old, I think. It was a funny age. When I look back, it was funny, and I was working from home because obviously COVID. And every Friday we would just order pizza. So like it was like a routine. Like no, Friday it's pizza day, pizza night. We call it pizza night. And the kids got so used to it, especially the little one was funny. That every time the bell went ding dong, he would just run pizza, pizza. He would run to the door. It's funny. Kids are so cute at that age. Funny kids. They have kids, by the way. Bum, 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 bum. What is that? Yeah.
Aztán ideges is vagyok, de állítólag, ha a gyerek közében van.
Yeah, kids are funny. Look at this one. It was COVID time. This was my little one. It's working. Let me see. They do funny stuff, especially with when they start walking and talking. It's funny. Good memories. I'll show you this one. It's a funny one. So this was like 21. Obviously, kids love boxes, right? And hiding inside boxes. Oh my god. Kids. Yeah. See, that's what they do. See? And then obviously he's hitting the balls. Look at this one. God damn. Damn, son. Oh, old memories. Exactly like yesterday, damn, son, when you find that. Yeah. No, it's funny memories. And then obviously they grow up and they're like proper proper people, proper adult. Like it's like a person in there, right? It's funny. I'm just looking at old pictures, and I'm not working. See, man, I need to get on with things. Yeah, the the older one is really good with Legos and drawing. I actually want him to make a game with me because it's really good with art. Let's see if I can find some of his old stuff. Look at this. Look at this drawing. Yeah, not bad. He was probably. I still have it here. He was probably like maybe 9 years old, 8, 9 years old when he did this. Like with the the water, we call it like that paint, those markers that they look like water. I forgot the name. Yeah, and he just this like on his own. He wasn't copying from anywhere. Just from his imagination. He's really good with this. Let's see. Look, for example, look at this one. You probably recognize this. This is from a movie. Yeah, he's just really good with this. This is from Amazon or Netflix movie, like with these are like called the white spikes. It's Tomorrow's War or whatever like this. Whatever was the name? Tomorrow's War, was it? No. Forgot the name. The Tomorrow War. This. And he doesn't even, when he did that stuff, he wasn't even looking at anything. It's impressive how he can just watch a movie and then he just draws it. Yeah. It's a decent movie if you like this kind of stuff, like a monster movie. I think the design was really good, and he just makes this out of nowhere. It's really good. Like, for example, let's say, obviously 24. So this, he was 9 years old. So if you go back, see. You can see the progression. This was a funny one here. Yeah, he's really good with art. So I would like him to help me out on a game, like something, a small game, and then he makes the art for it because it's really good. But at the same time, he's like, I'm not sure if I should encourage him with all the bullshit going on with AI. It's like, why would I, try him to make money with art? It's like, no, I don't think it would be a good thing for me to do. Yeah, that one with the cat was basically let's see, what is it? Drawings. Was we had people over. Let me see, what was the one was this? Yeah. So basically, he did this one here, right? He did this cat here. We had people over, and he did this, and then he was just nagging me like, look, daddy, and I kind of dismissed him. I told him, you know what, why don't you now go and because I was just shoving him away, why don't you go and draw a cat hunting a bird? And I wasn't expecting all the bloodshed, and then he came back after a while with this. It was like, oh my god. I wasn't expecting all the bloodshed. It's funny, kids. But he hasn't been practicing. For the last, half a year or so, he hasn't done anything. I'm always telling him, go back and draw, because now he has a PC on his room, and that's all he does. He hasn't been drawing at all. So this was like when he started COVID. Look at this. This was 2020 when he started. It was rubbish, and then in less than 4 years, he was doing this. And the thing is, he didn't even have lessons. It was just him. No lessons, nothing. Yeah, I got him actually. That was a funny one. I got him for Christmas. Samsung Galaxy. Was it the S? What was it? I got him like one of those big Samsung ones, the premium tablets. But it's not doing anything with it. It's like, I mean, I guess it's the age, right? It's also now it's just video games, and so it's not doing anything to improve his skills. It's just video games. I mean, video games not necessarily bad. But I got him a Samsung tablet. Yeah, I got him. I got him an S9 Ultra. And it has a proper pen, and with like tilt and everything, so it's good. The thing is, it's not drawing anything. And yeah, he still believed in Santa, right, until a few months ago. And now, because it's all about computers, right, I was in the garden just doing some stuff, and then he came out, and of course he wants money. He wants to save money to buy a good GPU and all that stuff, right? And then he came outside. He still believed in Santa, right? And then he came outside, and he was like, "Daddy, you know what I'm gonna do? Um, because he wanted to buy a good GPU, and he was scheming. He was scheming ways to get the money, right? Daddy, you know what I'm gonna do? Because I kept telling him that, with the current market, GPUs are very expensive, blah 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 blah. And I'm going to next Christmas. I'm going to, because I want to get a good GPU, blah blah. I'm not sure if Santa would get it for me. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna ask this and this from Santa, which is expensive, and then I sell it and buy the GPU. I was looking at them, I was like, oh my god. As I was delaying to having that conversation, right? Because he was, he was already 11, I think. He was just 10, or maybe he was still 10 years old. It was like spring. But, his schemes. So basically, he would sell whatever Santa gives him to buy the GPU. And I looked at him and like, Andrew, you know what? And then I told him, there is no Santa. I was the one buying the tablet. Oh. But it's like I wanted to delay the conversation, right? Yeah, it was. I basically told her something. Yeah, so on Santa, basically, yeah. But I told him something about, before I gave him the news flash. I told him something about, because but that's expensive. I told him. I think I told him something like, but that's expensive. And he was like, yeah, but no, it's Santa. Santa pays for it. He was like, oh my god. He's scheming to get money. Santa pays for it. Okay. The little one doesn't know. So when I explained to him there is no Santa, it was me and mommy buying this for you, which was bloody expensive. The tablet was bloody expensive. Um, um, and then I told him, look, don't tell anything to your brother. Yeah, I'm not sure if he still believes in the Tooth Fairy, but yeah, we do that. Tooth Fairy. But with the Tooth Fairy, we don't buy anything. We just put like a coin under their pillows. Man, but the tablet was bloody expensive, man. Let's see how much I paid for this. It's like the high end one. I mean, these ones are already a few years old, but I still paid over £500 for the bloody thing. Refurbished. It was pretty much new. Yeah, they are expensive. But it's a good tablet. It's huge, man. It's huge and snappy. It's a good tablet. The pen, it's decent. And his younger brother is just inheriting all the old stuff. Yeah, he's using like the old tablet, which is slow, and he's just inheriting all the old stuff. So yeah, kids. Too loud. Let me just lower the volume. You still waiting for your food? I think Wood Dragon and Fenberg are loitering around. Sneaky stealth mode. Yo, Wood, you there? I can see it in the list. See, there he is. Told ya. I was just checking who was watching because I might leave in a bit. I haven't done anything. I've just been talking. I'm very tired today. You put something on Discord. Let's see. Noise. I want some noise. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Discount? You get a discount for what? For being late? I see. Lazy, like that's modern society. You can't even be bothered to get it to hunt for your breakfast. You get crepes delivered. Humans are so cooked. Back in my day, I used to go hunting. I actually did that when I was. It's funny how I don't let my kids do any of that stuff. I had my you know what they call those. They have those guns that you basically pump it with air, and then you put like a little lead thing. Forgot the name. It's called air gun. I think it's probably just air gun. Yeah. So when I was a kid, I was like 12, 13, I had one of these things. Hair rifle. There was no health and safety back then. Yeah, this thing. I had one of these things when I was a kid. And I would go hunt and birds and stuff, and then we would actually eat them. So I was hunting for my own food, man. And now we don't let the kids do any of this stuff. It's all health and safety. Especially in the UK, we'll be filling forms for a full week. Yeah, I did lots of bird hunting with this stuff. A bigger game, I never did that. Never. My father did like rabbits and all that stuff, but bigger game I never tried. Because Portugal, we don't actually have. I mean, we do have like boars. We have the big game, but it's not as much in the US. Obviously, US you have all the big stuff. Portugal is smaller. But I did enjoy going hunting with this. Yeah, we have boars in Portugal too. Yeah. So I used to go hunting, and then we would take feathers out, gut them, cook them with some rice. That was the thing back then. I can't imagine my kids doing any of that stuff. They would be like, yeah, yuck, yeah, disgusting. Yeah, you know, someone has to prepare the chickens. Yeah, I never did a big game like rabbits or deer. Never did that. I had plenty of experience cleaning them up because my father was just it was not a good example. So my father would go hunting because it was the fun part, right? But then me and my brothers would be the ones cleaning up everything, not him. He would just do the hunting. Lead by example. That was my father. I don't talk to him anymore, by the way. You can see how good it turned out. Yeah, I have lots of funny stories with my father. Yeah, my father was the typical like look at what I say and not what I do. That was him. So I haven't talked to him like in 3 years, actually, over 3 years. I'm not planning on talking to him again. Yeah, enough. No one is a very toxic person. No, I just I got to the point is like, I'm mid 40s and I don't need to be dealing with this shit. I don't want this kind of people in my life. And then that was it. I haven't talked to him since. Story of my life. Alright, is your food there? God damn it. Boy. Yeah, it is. I was always he didn't talk to anyone. By the time I stopped talking to him, my brother wasn't talking to him like for a few years already. And then I could still manage because he's in Portugal, I'm in the UK, and I could still manage because of the distance. And then every time I went there, I could manage for a few weeks. Every time I visit Portugal, I could manage for a few weeks, but it was always hard. And then the last time I was there, there's a funny way to say it, that I blew off the lid. Is that the thing? Like, I had enough. Yeah, blew the lid off. Yes. So yeah, I had a fight with him, and that was the last time I've seen him. Yeah, that's it. Pop it one stop. He's a very toxic person. And, it's the kind of person that when you see these cranky old men in movies, that they just think everyone is out to get them, and they're always talking shit about everyone, right? And no one can stand them because they're always talking shit about everyone. That's my father. Come on, Wood. You can't be that bad. Maybe you're a cranky old man, and I don't know. Yeah. So your grandfather was like that. So he's a very toxic person, and he just keeps everyone away because of how toxic he is. Like, always talking shit about everyone, talking shit about my brother, talking shit about my mother, talking shit about the neighbors. And then I had enough. Yeah. Then I got to the point that I don't need this kind of people in my life. I have my wife, I have my kids. We had a happy family. We don't have any of that drama in our house. Yeah, but that when I blew my lid off, I told them a bunch of stuff like that I was holding back. Ish. Right. This can go here. And family drama. Yeah, I guess most people have this kind of problems. I had a bunch of drama when I was a kid. I guess it made me tougher, right? But I had to deal with lots of bullshit especially from my father. Yeah. I would like to think that I'm doing a good job, but time will tell. Time will tell, we'll never know. Yeah, I've heard that people say just skip a generation. Right, okay. If your food is here, I'm gonna go to Woot and Funberg. If you guys are still there, I am gonna leave. I can't seem to be doing anything today, so what I'm gonna do is have some more food, and I might still try to work, but turn off the music, everything, and just split up the tasks. Try to get some momentum. Alright, impromptu ninja. Enjoy your food. If I don't come back today, see you guys tomorrow. Alright, have a good day. We'll see. Hopefully, the thing is Fridays, so today's Thursday, right? So Fridays are always a write-off for me because of the kids. They have a short day at school, and then they have activities after school. It's always a short day for me, like with work. But we'll see. Wood is still there. Right, take care. I'm off then. Have a good day, guys. Bye-bye.